Wow, my fondest memories with my dad. It's really hard to pick one because there are so many.
And one funny thing he used to do that always reminds me of him is when we were kids, we'd be brushing our teeth and he'd be playing and practicing his racquetball moves in the mirror every night, and that was one thing that I still to this day think about every time I brush my teeth is my dad practicing racquetball moves.
I used to like road trips though with Dad and Mom and my brothers and sister because we would travel at night and Dad would wait until we were all asleep and then he would turn the air conditioning off and roll the windows down. And so we would wake up all hot and sweaty.
When he used to wake up early on the weekends and make us breakfast, he would make us his famous potatoes. I love those things. And he would make that and pancakes, and then he would take us to my baseball tournaments and drive me all around while we listened to 98.7 K-Love.
I remember the first time Dad and Mom took us to Walt Disney World in Florida. It was a wonderful time together.
Whenever we went to McDonald's, he used to always fix our ice cream cones for us. He would try to smooth out our ice cream cones and tell us that he was helping us out. We thought that it was great that our dad was helping us get our ice cream real smooth so it wasn't dripping on us, but really, truly, he was just eating our ice cream.
We were in Hawaii, and my dad hates the smell of sulfur, so we were walking behind them, and I had a book of matches, and I was lighting them and throwing them on the ground, and he started to smell them, and he was asking my mom, "Janine, do you smell that sulfur smell? Where is it coming from? It's god-awful." He finally realized I was doing it, and he was like, "Man, you're gonna get it."
Growing up as kids, specifically Michelle and I, when we would be driving,
Dad would play this game in the car with us and we'd be driving, Wayne and I were little.
My dad would say, and we'd say, "Kitty Kingdom," and he's like, "Right," and that was an amusement park we used to go to.
Fluh, 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 and Wayne and I would try to, beat each other to the answer.
And we'd say Florida, and he'd say, "Right."
And we'd be like, "Florida," and Dad would be like, "Right."
We had an inside joke. My dad and I share a love for French fries. We love French fries. And we used to always say together, "Daddy, want some French fries?"
There's this one time when I was a kid, younger, and my dad was he was upset with me because I did something, so I ran and hid, whatever. So Wayne and my dad were trying to find me, and I was stiff in the corner because I knew I was going to get a spanking. And during that time, they found me, so he reached over to grab me because he was going to swat my butt. In the process of doing that, he fell over on the ground. I kept running and took off or whatever. So. Oh man, I always remember that time.
If Mom ever sent Dad to McDonald's to get the family dinner, we would know that half of the French fries would be gone by the time he got home.
Of course, like one of my fondest memories is my dad walking me down the aisle at my wedding, and it was just a special time. Just, I knew I could always count on my dad.
When we used to live in Chicago, and I remember driving home from church. My dad saw a Corvette for sale, and this was a 1982 collector's edition, and it was a very nice Corvette. He ended up buying that Corvette, and I remember that Corvette being in our garage under a cover. He'd always ask me, "Would you like to go for a ride?" And I always would take him up on that offer. I loved riding in that car with him. I felt so special because it was just me and him.
I remember just, living life, washing dishes together. And I think what all of my memories show is just Dad's presence. He was always there for us. He loved us so much, and he was so much a part of our lives.
He always told us kids how much he loved us and how much we meant to him. And now that I've gotten older, I really understand how important that was to have a father's love.
The most important thing my dad has taught me is his faith in God. He's always been so strong in his faith, and he's always the first to pray with us when we have an issue or something goes on.
There were a couple things that really stood out to me that my dad has taught me. The first being the importance of having a relationship with God.
The most important thing I feel like my dad has taught me is to always put God and Christ first in your life.
And just his strength, just so strong for our family.
I think that I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the discipline, the love, and the prayers that he's given me over the years.
I saw the sacrifices that he made for us kids and for my mom, and I mean, it was just priceless. Just putting us first with our school work, with our sports, our activities, anything we needed, obviously always having a nice place to live and food on the table. And I mean, again, it was just a selfless act that he would do all the time.
I've seen his love for the Lord grow over the years, and it has made him a better husband, a better father, and a better grandfather.
He set a really great example of how to treat a wife and my mom. So just to be able to have that foundation, to be able to see what it means to be a godly man and what it means to be a strong husband for your wife.
I saw the relationship that my mom and dad have, and it's Christian based, and I mean, he was very adamant about making sure that whoever I choose to marry someday, that they're a Christian, and that we put God first with our marriage. And to this day, I'll never forget that.
For Dad, as I was thinking about him, I was reminded of a verse of scripture that really just summed up who he is as a man, as a father, and it's from Micah 6:8, and it says, "What does the Lord require of you but to act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God?"
I'm his sugar, so he calls me sugar all the time.
Hi, Sugar. Hi, Little Shakes. How are you doing so good, Sugar?
You open the rest.
I will, but I need your help. I need a kiss. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
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 Hello, how are you? God bless you.
Hello.
Something my dad absolutely hates.
Garlic. Can't stand garlic. The smell of it.
That he cannot stand that. He will gag and remove himself from a room if he smells garlic.
Something that my dad hates is garlic.
He will not eat anything garlic, go anywhere where they serve garlic where he can smell it.
Garlic. The smell of garlic, the taste of garlic, especially when we sprinkle garlic salt into his red onion dip. Janine?
I love you so much, Dad. Happy 70th birthday.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. I love you.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. I love you very much.
Happy 70th birthday, Dad. I love you.
Thank you, Dad, for leaving a legacy to us. I don't think you truly realize how much you've impacted each of us, our lives, and thank you for always being there for us. Throughout our whole lives, you were always there for us. You were always there. You were always our solid rock, and we could always count on you, and we just really appreciate the legacy that you left us. Yeah, I don't want to mess up my makeup.
I got it.
It's okay.
Can I get a glass of water? No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
It started cracking, and I was like, what is going on?
Can't forget the bluff. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes and just picture the bluff walking out. Oh man, it's just beautiful.